Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the next episode of Call of Juarez Gunslinger. We are on episode 6, The Dalton Brothers.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Whoa, easy there, Jack.
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
All right. See what we got going on now.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of the riot?
I did my best, sir. We all did. It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunslinger.
We're right into it.
And he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob 2 banks at the same time. 2 banks on the same damn street. Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always riding him about how he had no ambition.
Come on, lawman.
Nobody next to Jesse James, you'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up. Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away,
let's go.
Half the town took
Call of Duty breach.
To defend their property.
Okay, we got a nugget somewhere. Oh, that was quick. I'm happy with that.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently.
God damn it, Jack.
First of all, it was
Or
high
Dwight.
noon.
Sorry.
A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
All right.
Get ready, boys.
We can do that.
We're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. This man had no intention of letting the Daltons slip away. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
Got him.
Eventually. We just gotta wait for something to happen.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. He went in there alone to confront those criminals.
All right.
One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Yes.
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank.
All right. Let's do this.
Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting.
Here, we'll go up here.
Fortunately, a water tower was right there. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
Got it. Oh dear. Oh dear.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free.
Right. Sawing off
Jim
shotgun.
Bowie, Davy Crockett, who died
Can I dual wield
defending the
these?
Alamo.
No. All right. Ah, damn. So all I managed to do is get rid of my good gun.
Is that Silas Greaves? Son of a bitch!
strong chair. Got him.
This plan cannot fail.
Wow.
Over there.
Yep. Give me that.
That's Silas Greaves. What the hell?
Blam! Came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
All right. Come on, cooperate. Got him.
His name was Silas Greaves, and when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Three layers
It was early
deep.
evening, not high noon.
I've killed the
Hours late
Daltons
to the
many
party,
times.
Coffeeville was already up in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe, and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
All right.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. Finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeeville.
All right, so we got through the guy with the shield.
Waste your bullets. Go ahead.
There you go, you can have that. So how many times am I going to be in this bank? Take a look around for any more secrets. Ah, damn it. All right.
Hey, we got us a hero. Put some holes in him.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions.
Got him.
I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds and castles caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeeville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Okay. There we go. Secret.
Yeah, you know you can't beat me.
I don't know if we're supposed to go up here, but we are. Alright. Doesn't look like there's anything up here. What? I got turned around. Uh-oh. Yeah, these revolvers are not very good.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together.
Uh-oh.
They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least two of them
Dad.
to escape.
Okay, I think we did it. There we go.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it is for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers.
How many headshots does it take?
Understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
I'll blow your damn head clean off.
Whoa.
Next time I won't miss. I'm gonna send you to the bone.
All right.
Tear you apart. You are dead, law dog.
Haha, peekaboo, bitch. Oh god. Nope. Ah.
I'm gonna cut you in half.
Fight him like a coward.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him? But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
I can't believe how many shots he took.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
Okay. Through the logs.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Into the swamp.
It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood.
All right.
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Give me that. This is still a remarkably pretty game. Oh god.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
I wish I had my cool pistols back.
So did you find the Daltons?
There
Not
we go.
yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
Whoop. Oh god. I did not see that one. Oh. Alright. Alright. Let's keep it moving. Yes. Because I got my good pistols back. Because these at least have some range on them. Ah. Okay, let's move on up.
Point being, I was under serious attack, and my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
It's alright, Silas, we got this. Sawn off rifle. I don't really know what the point of this would be. Okay, we good? All right, we're good.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
All right.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon it...
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
We gonna die.
Indians? There were Indians?
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
All right.
That's right.
Damn it,
See,
Steve.
Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Who put all these barrels out here in the swamp?
Bounty hunter! Stop that, son bitch!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins. Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what. But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Silas has a better arm.
Kill that stop-step bounty hunter!
Woo.
Would somebody kill him?
What?
You see that?
There's so many. There you go. Stupid. What? God damn, the old West was rough. Got him. They're all squishy. God damn it.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them. And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board.
Not the flood of
It was then
'89.
that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Damn. My goodness. There you go. We can trade. Woo. Give me that. Onto the steamboat.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Sorry, son of a bitch!
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Ugh, adorable.
Yeah, you know you can't beat me.
Nugget. Hell yeah. Oh, damn.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. But it turned out that they had me.
Oh,
Take him out! I'm sending you to hell!
that's not very nice.
The Daltons had played me like a
Tough after
fiddle.
all, is it?
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're talking about the Titanic. You ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be
Eh.
stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how did you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow
Hell yeah.
I managed to finally hit some bar. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Gatling gun. I am the destroyer.
Bob and Grant weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side,
damn it.
determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Definitely gonna die. Yep. Got him.
They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Hell yeah. So that is going to bring us to the end of episode 6, the Dalton brothers. Man, it's a really good game. There's really not much else to say. I wish I had played it all the way back then, but I'm having a great time with it now. So we got 3 episodes left. To my knowledge, maybe 4. I'm not sure how the game breaks it down. But if you're enjoying, please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Cause the night kid's always the first to push the limit.